turn my swag on. Now it's time to turn. Why can't I type? Grammy nominations 2023 is now here. And as usual, we going to talk about the nominations and see what happens. I heard something crazy about Jack Harlow, and I don't know exactly if it's true or not, but we about to find out right now. Grammy nominations 2023. See the complete. I don't care, bro. General field, yeah. Record of the year. All right, let's Break My Soul. I heard that was a big track from Beyonce. I did actually like it to some extent. Not a huge fan of her album, but I don't have a problem with her taking the best single. Okay, never mind. I just saw Bad Habit from Steve Lacy. I just saw The Heart Part 5 from Kendrick Lamar. Lizzo. Personally, I think I'm gonna be right. If I gotta go with my personal choice in the single that I've listened to most this year, I'm gonna go with Bad Habit from Steve Lacy. Made a move, could've made a move. I'm in love with that song. And I know the TikTok community is making Steve Lacy regret ever making music, but I love that song and I think it deserves a Grammy. Now, The Heart Part 5 from Kendrick Lamar could also take it. That was a very powerful song, probably the best song in my opinion off of his recent record. No, I'm not lying. I actually enjoyed The Heart Part 5 that much. If we're talking about importance and just overall social commentary, I think The Heart Part 5 takes it. But out of enjoyability, I'm going with Bad Habit from Steve Lacy. Break My Soul from Beyonce is still a really good track though. I'm okay with any of these three winning it. I didn't even know Mary J. Blige still made music.
It's so hard just holding on and even picking up my phone.
All right, heavy auntie vibes on that one. Fuck with Mary J. Blige heavy, but go ahead and pack it up. Really good self-love song though. Who am I gonna give the record of the year to? I'm giving it to Steve Lacy. I know he's not gonna win, and it's most likely gonna either go to Beyonce or Adele, but I'm hoping Steve Lacy can take it out. I'm really hoping he can take it. Album of the year. I actually just finished listening to 30 from Adele, and I do like it. Album of the year, I don't think so. Renaissance from Beyonce, Bad Bunny. Bro, Brandy Carlisle is almost like her. It's like a nomination every year. Kendrick, Lizzo, Harry Styles. Okay. I feel like every time I look at the Grammy nomination list, I see the same names like most years. Granted, they still make good music. It's just we're the new guys, you know. In terms of the noise it made, I'm gonna say Beyonce probably took majority of that, though I can't deny how big of a chokehold, you know, Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers had on people. I know Harry Styles made a lot of noise this year as well, but I don't really like his music like that. These are all pretty decent selections. Actually, I'm probably going to rule out Kendrick because after what he said off Auntie Diaries, they definitely not going to let him take the dub. So it's more than likely going to go to either Adele or Beyonce. That's what I'm thinking. God Did really isn't a song to me. It's more like a full diary entry from Jay-Z. And then you end up forgetting that Wayne and Ross were on it by the time you finish the song. I'm going to go with Bad Habit again. I know he's probably not going to win and it's probably going to go to Beyonce, but I'm going to go with Bad Habit. Best New Artist, Anita, Omar Apollo. Oh, that's interesting. Lotto. Toby Nwigwe? I really feel like they should change the best new artist category to artists we've recently discovered. Hasn't Molly been making music for over like a decade? I like Money Long, but I also think she's part of that group that's very heavily under the Jhené Aiko influence that I can't really, you know, recognize her own style because I'm thinking too much of Jhené. I'm gonna give it to Anita just for what she was doing on stage that one time. I have no pick here. If I have to go with anyone, I might actually choose Lotto. Best pop solo performance. So basically they're asking for what song goes craziest in the background. What song can you have the most fun to while not paying attention to it whatsoever? I'm still going with Steve Lacy. That's my favorite one. Woman from Doja Cat is kind of an earworm, but after you heard it 5 times, you low-key want to kill you. There's no way Easy on Me gets this, as great of a song as it is. I would not want to constantly play this song. Doja Cat's probably going to win with Woman, but I think Steve Lacy deserves it. Best pop duo / group performance. I'm going I Like You with Post Malone and Doja Cat. Even though I've heard no one play this song, it's my guilty pleasure song. Best traditional pop, I don't care. Best pop, I don't care. Beyonce's in the best dance category for Break My Soul, which I'm not mad at because it is still technically a dance album. The only thing that's weird about it being in this placement is that there are other records that I'm sure that may have deserved this spot, and because she's so overarching and huge, most people would probably say that this one deserves it the most just based off the fact that it's Beyonce. But going down here and finding K Tronada and her being nominated for Intimidated is actually fantastic, because I actually really enjoyed this record. I think hers vocals over K Tronada's beats is like the best thing ever. I had a great time listening to this record. All right, best R&B performance. Virgo's Groove from Beyonce. I actually like that song from what I remember. Here With Me with Anderson .Paak and Mary J. Blige. I don't really enjoy this song like that. Money Long, Hours and Hours, not really a fan. Over with Lucky Day, like the Music Soul Child sample, but I don't think it's a great track. Hurt Me So Good is a nice deluxe track from Jasmine Sullivan, but I don't think it adds much to her overall album, Hotels. So I'm going to go with Beyonce's Virgo's Groove. I actually like this one the most, and I think it deserves it, and it's probably going to win. That's traditional R&B performance. I think Snow Allegra is cool, but I really find the music that she makes boring. Plastic Off the Sofa with Beyonce, once again. Mary J. Blige. I think I'm going to go with Beyonce once again. And maybe boring isn't the right word to use for Snow Allegra. I just find most of it really empty. I'm going to go with Plastic Off the Sofa from Beyonce again. And Beyonce going to take it from me again in the best R&B song category. I think Cuff It is the best song in this listing right here. That's crazy. We definitely needed more selections and representation for R&B this year, though. I think nominations from Steve Lacy should be in this category. I think nominations from FKA Twigs should be in this category. I think nominations from Amber Mark should be in this category. I don't think The Weeknd submits his music for Grammy nominations, so that could also be a reason why some artists aren't picked as well. Best progressive R&B album. I think these are all quality records, but I'm gonna say Steve Lacy with Gemini Rights takes it for me. Most enjoyable, most highlights. Best R&B album. The thing about Mary J. Blige's most recent album, to me, that is odd, is at its best, it reminds me of the best songs that she's made throughout her career, but those songs on this album never actually end up being my favorite. They just put me in a state where I'm reminiscing about all her past hits. And at its worst, it's like her trying to find her lane and her space in the current climate. The wording that she might use when she's talking about a particular thing might be a little awkward. Her voice hasn't gone anywhere. It's just the music isn't hitting right now. Robert Glasper's got a solid album. I don't think there's much replay value in it, though. Lucky Day to me is a good singer. I just don't think that his voice really stands out on his most recent album like that. PJ Morton with Watch the Sun actually, to me, is a good R&B album. The records that he made with Jill Scott, Stevie Wonder, El DeBarge, I think those are all really good listens. Chris Brown's album to me would have been pretty good and pretty listenable had it been narrowed down. This whole list is just angering because these are albums that could be great if they just made small tweaks. I'm personally gonna go with PJ Morton with Watch the Sun, but Chris Brown, Breezy, I don't think is a bad choice. If they end up going with Chris Brown, I wouldn't be mad at it. Now we're here with the best rap performances. God did Vegas with Doja Cat for some reason. I think there's so many other additions you could have gave best rap performance to than Doja Cat. But I'm really happy to see FNF from Glorilla in here. That's fire. But best rap performance, this is tough because the song that I probably enjoy the most, Pushin' P easily had the biggest, moment earlier this year. I don't think that moment is in existence right now, but I know a lot of people love Pushin' P. God Did has an amazing Jay-Z verse, and I'm not saying the other rappers, Wayne and Ross didn't do their thing as well, but I think Jay-Z takes too much of this track for me to attribute it to the others. I just don't want to include it just because Jay-Z's the standout, but it does feature a strong rap performance. But you can just feel and hear Glorilla's personality, come through FNF. But then Kendrick Lamar goes crazy on the Hard Part 5. I'm gonna go with the Hard Part 5 from Kendrick. I love the personality from Glorilla. I really would love to give it to her as well. I wouldn't be mad at Glorilla winning. I expect Kendrick Lamar to win with the Hard Part 5, and I want him to win with the Hard Part 5. Best melodic rap performance. Future and SZA, absolutely not. Wait For You with Drake and Tim's, possibly. How the fuck is Jack Harlow in the... I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is one of my least favorite tracks off of Mr. Morale. It's such background music to me. Big Energy from Lotto, crazy. Absolutely not. If I gotta go with anything, I guess I'm giving it to Future with Wait For You. And I wasn't a huge fan of Drake on this track, I don't think. I guess this is the best that this list has to offer right now. All right, best rap song. Churchill Downs with okay, they on Jack Harlow dick right now. This is crazy. Best overall rap song. There's no way that Wait For You Wait For You's barely a rap song. Push in Prison from Gunna and Young Thug. Did y'all like Churchill Downs? It's not a bad track, but it's Drake that makes the track. It's a Drake track. I'm going to Hard Part 5 once again. I can't lie. I gotta go to Hard Part 5. All right, what the fuck is this? I knew that this was like here from stream yesterday, twitch.tv/Shawn C. I didn't know they were serious. Like, who did he pay? Out of all the rap albums that came out this year, you unironically looked at Come Home, The Kids Miss You and said, yo, this is fire. More niggas need to know about this. I Never Like You from Future has a lot of standout moments, and I had a lot of fun listening to this record. God Did with DJ Khaled, equally as trash as the Jack Harlow record, but somehow a little less likable, because at least Jack Harlow tried something and just failed. DJ Khaled, I feels like he's been making the same album for the last 3-4 years. It's Almost Dry from Pusha T. Good record. Do I listen to it anymore? No. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers from Kendrick. That's expected. It's likely to take the album of the year. Personally, though, I got the most enjoyment out of the Future record, I Never Liked You. I listened to it the most. It's got the most standout moments to me, got the most hits to me. So my personal pick is going to be Future, I Never Liked You. And I know Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers is probably going to take it. I'm also not mad at Kendrick taking it. I still think that, you know, what he tried to do on the album is really, really commendable. So can't hate on that. I just think there are other records that they could have included that they're like missing. Obviously, I don't expect like Benny the Butcher and like maybe Freddie Gibbs even to be nominated, but it would be like nice to see. Maybe the Freddie Gibbs one is a little too late. Boldy James dropped multiple great records this year and last year. I think Babyface Ray deserves some type of acknowledgement. His album gets tons of replay value for me. Denzel Curry dropped a great record this year. I know these people probably won't ever get nominated, but I'm just tired of seeing the same names every single year with these award shows. Like, bro, like at some point you gotta acknowledge other people. It'll be okay. I'm sure your ratings won't go down that much. But yeah, those are the main categories that I would say I care about. Picks aren't too egregious. Jack Harlow making it isn't too big of a surprise, even though I do think he could have easily been replaced with tons of other records that came out. I mean, Lupe would have been a good choice. I heard his album recently and that was great to me. I know Smino probably wasn't able to make the cut, but I think his album was amazing. There's just so many other records I feel like could have been in that list, and I feel like they squandered it, especially with DJ Khaled being here too. But whatever, the Grammys never always gets it right, so I'm not too mad at it. List is tolerable, but it could have been much better and much more inclusive of other records that dropped this year. But y'all get in the comments, let me know if you disagree with any of their choices or their nominations, who you would nominate if you could, and who you think is going to win these spots, or if you care about the Grammys at all. Maybe you just aren't going to watch this year, and that's fine with me too. I'll see y'all soon.